Hello, I had to come back on here. It's 11:46 p.m. at night, and today I had to do so many videos that I basically had to do almost as many videos as I would end up doing while on the streets. So, in the most recent community post, the fake Darnell Williams perp sent some cruel, harassing comments, and again, he illegally tracked and found out what hotel I'm staying in and publicized the address and the name of the hotel. And this hotel was one of the hotels that they put fake bad reviews against me. So, I mean, like the hurtful, harsh comments that he said, like put me like on the verge of tears. And it's like everything I went through this week, like this shit is not fucking funny, and I don't have anybody to turn to for support, nobody I can talk to, and I'm wrongfully banned from all Wyndham hotels because y'all lied on me again, like what happened to the airport. I'm reaching out for help, and y'all wonder why I'm acting out because I'm frustrated and I don't have nobody to freaking talk to and forced to just hold everything in. I'm a human too. So he put like a fake profile picture of a pig laying on a mattress near, some trash bins, and talking about, oh, I found your new sleep spot or something like that. And because I said I never really saw him before, say minutes to Cincinnati, tonight he made a fake YouTube channel and called it Minutes to Cincinnati and made harassing comments. But that was very cruel of him, falsely depicting me as a pig laying on a mattress right by some trash bins or dumpsters. And I'm pretty sure that picture has to be artificial intelligence or AI also. And it was unfair what they did to me. That's why, like, when people post up videos on social media, that's like when they have those memes about narcissistic abuse. When they have memes about narcissistic abuse, I've seen memes about narcissistic abuse online, excuse me, where people would say that the narcissist would provoke and antagonize the victim to reactive abuse and losing their temper, and then record them and be like, "See, I told you she was crazy." After they got the narc victim to lose their temper and go off. So like earlier today, I saw a video where a customer was at AT&T and got into a heated argument and damn near almost an all-out fist fight with the employee, and then they falsely painted the customer as the Karen, the crazy and mentally unhinged Karen. And the only footage you saw was them two arguing and getting in each other's face, and the customer was filming the employee, and the employee slapped her hand. I mean, tried to slap the phone out of her hand. And I'm like, y'all calling the employee a Karen, and making it like as if she got what she deserved or she got served. But y'all don't know what happened before then. Because I know in my experience, when I got this phone that the cops broke, the phone that's in my hand right now, I experienced extremely rude customer service from the employee when I got this phone. Excuse me. And calling, like, people used to talk about respect your elders and stuff, but now the youth they're getting away with disrespect. Like what happened to me a couple of days ago with that 24-year-old girl disrespecting me. It's like, okay, we don't know what happened, what led up to them arguing. So, like, people, what they'll do is trigger and antagonize and provoke someone in society, and then on purpose, just to get a reaction or get a rise, on in real life trolling. And when the person does get upset, y'all start filming and recording them acting out, and then you use that to justify physical violence against the person, and then make it like that person was a Karen who got what they deserve. Excuse me. But y'all, like, society likes to encourage teens and kids disrespecting and abusing adults. About half of those Karen videos are actually victims of bullying and abuse. That's trying to do whatever they can to defend themselves. But there are certain Karen videos that people make where people really are being a Karen and meddling in other people's business, trying to control other people. Excuse me, like the so-called racist Karen videos. A lot of them. But so when they have certain people who try to act like a Karen, and they're being busybodies, meddlesome busybodies, unprovoked for no reason at all, those are the people who should be called Karens. But when somebody's a victim of ghetto narcissistic abuse or whatever other narcissistic abuse, and being mocked and innocent people being mocked and ridiculed and bullied and harassed and laughed at in society, or somebody who just had a rough day, and if they might have had a rough day and everything going wrong, and then you picking on and harassing them, might be the last straw. Like, you bullying and harassing somebody at Popeyes. If you're an employee at Popeyes and a customer comes in and you act cocky and disrespectful, that person might not be a Karen, but having an emotional meltdown because they probably their grandmother died earlier that morning. And then they come in later on in the afternoon and like, oh great, what else? If they lost their grandma, and then later on that day they find out that their electricity bill is three times higher than normal, and they don't know why, and then get shitty customer service, and then go and dealing with another person trying to bully them with road rage, and then you go into Popeyes and and then you know excuse me, and then get poor customer service and bullied, harassed, and laughed at, and then the victim ends up having a meltdown, and then next thing you know, ha ha ha, look at this Karen jumping up and down and throwing a tantrum like a 3-year-old, but you don't know what they went through earlier that day. Or sometimes you'll just video them in the act of fighting, but there's no information on what happened before or after. You just see the middle of an altercation and think that you can draw conclusions and judge when you don't know what happened before, and there's no footage of what happened after either. Excuse me. So the online stalkers keep lying on me and having me wrongfully banned from places, and even got me wrongfully arrested, and I think the cops are covering up. And so the fake Darnell Williams perp tried to talk about, instead of buying that food, you should have bought new shoes. And he's like, oh, and maybe he was getting multiple orders and you never tip or whatever. You don't know what I do. Whether or not I tip, it's not your fucking business. But shit like that, I would have had a meltdown if I would have tipped. Like, dealing with gang stalking, I've had moments where I would tip $10 or something like that, and then get shitty customer service and one headlight and stuff like that from door dashers, and sometimes even the restaurants. I used to tip all the time. But then after so much gang stalking, I mostly quit tipping. But then if I do tip, then y'all would talk about me wasting my money. I don't owe y'all internet strangers an answer for shit, and y'all can't even show your fucking face. And no, he wasn't, because they would have let me know that they were completing another order nearby. But no, they didn't do that. The guy was a perp, and he kept on zigzagging and going the long way and just going like through, making his own fake maze on purpose to delay. And it's like, well, if you wasting gas just driving around on purpose to hoping that my food would get cold. But you're wasting your own gas driving around when you had a straight shot, when you could have just got here in like possibly 5 or 10 minutes. But there's no justification for bullying and unprovoked bullying and abuse and gang stalking. It needs to stop. And the fake T.I. perp Lisa Cagle falsely accused me of triggering and provoking her, but she didn't say what I did. Okay, well, if I get on your nerves and so annoying, why the hell you try to pressure me to come live with you a few years ago? Because your ass would have perped me. And you have been perping me. And everybody defend and agree with her. As I said, all this unprovoked attacks and harassment and abuse for nothing. So, I don't know what's gonna happen, you know, but the fact that y'all lied on me and got me wrongfully banned from all Wyndham hotels, and now you illegally find out where I'm staying at now, and like illegally found out the hotel. I'm like, fuck, like somebody please put this to a stop. What they're doing is illegal and breaking the law. Like you doing that to me, that ought to be federal felony crimes. And all these harassment and death threats at me. Death threats. So, I mean, what do you mean instead of me buying a meal that I should have bought shoes instead of a meal? So, you think I should just starve and have nothing to eat and just go buy shoes? But then if I buy shoes, you will say that, oh, you're wasting your money. Like in 2021, with the stimulus check, the online stalkers over exaggerated, they gossip and over exaggerated about and lied about how much my shoes costed. And then they lied about how much my shoes costed, and then they berated and condemn me for buying shoes with my own stimulus check. I mean, I spent like $100 combined on 2 pairs of shoes, and they over exaggerated and lied on me and said that I spent $200 each on each pair of shoes, and that I spent a total of $400 on shoes, and that wasn't true at all. And people believed them over their lies over me. I know how much my fucking shoes costed. Well, I guess it was more like $110 to be exact, because wait a minute, hold up. Yeah, because one pair was like 65 and the other pair was 55, something like that, And then they lied and said that I spent $200 each, and they falsely accused me of always eating at expensive, fancy restaurants and never tipping, and always staying at luxury, fancy hotels and stuff. And I can never afford to stay at the Hilton, Sheraton, or Marriott, or Best Western, or Hyatt, and whatever other more expensive hotels. And the people that work downtown are not the people that work at these hotels downtown. They are not nice people. I mean, the workers, they are not nice at all. It seems like they're only nice to whoever's rich with a lot of money, the rich tourists. But also the fake Darnell Williams perp try to talk about, like, if he been harassing me, talking about how many job applications did you put in, or why you not at work and stuff, and they sabotage my Piccadilly job and sabotage whatever other job I get, sabotage the airport job before it can start. And then, he said, like, he recently just said, ask us nicely and maybe we will let you work. I don't want to become a gang stalker and work for y'all. Fuck y'all. I do not want to work for y'all. I don't want to become a prostitute or a perp. But they keep on making like suicide messages at me, hoping that they can use witchcraft to get me to kill myself. And they keep on making like death threats and sexually harassing me and making like murder and death references at me. And there's nobody I can turn to. So if I end up getting gang stalked tomorrow, I will know that the fake Darnell Williams perp sent somebody to do me something. Oh, now it is okay, now it's Thursday the 9th. I mean, no, it's not the 9th. It's Thursday, June 6th. It's Thursday, June 6th, 2024 at 12:07 a.m. in the morning. So they will make sure I have no hotels to go to. So, and it's predicted to have bad weather next week. And excuse me, I just spent like my last $300 for the month on 3 more nights of hotel, and they double charge the second Uber ride, and I won't be able to get the funds until like Saturday. Almost $26 that I won't get until Saturday. Excuse me. So, you know, like no opportunity for me to get my supplements this month. So I will have to go this month without my supplements and certain other things that I needed. I mean, I'm going through so much, but I'm afraid to. I'm saying that I'm afraid to do any self harm or do anything, harmful to myself or self injury or anything like that. I'm sitting here just frustrated and don't know where to turn to, and this is really creepy and scary that they could succeed at lying to businesses and getting me wrongfully banned from the entire corporation. And I'm forbidden and not allowed to explain myself, and then you want to have me wrongfully banned and trespassed. And I'm going to say it again. Everybody who makes the decision to ban or trespass me from somewhere, they all got narcissistic, power-hungry narcissistic personalities. But then people say, oh, these narcissists that we're dealing with are demons. So you mean demons banning me from and trespassing me from places? Demons taking me to jail? Demons sabotaging my income? As I said, I was supposed to have originally about at least $600 left. Or close to that. But now, like, after tomorrow, I'll reserve 3 more nights. 3 more nights. No, later today. 3 more nights. And then, like, after I pay for the hotel room, 3 more nights, and then, like, I will end up broke for the rest of the month. But as I said, they robbed me of the extra but they're supposed to give it back. But I really hate Uber double charging. Uber and Uber Eats do stuff like double charging. But I didn't do Uber Eats today. It was DoorDash. But excuse me. As I said, I called myself trying to, treat myself to a nice meal because I had a rough week. A devastating, rough, and traumatizing week this week. So, Wyndham hotels were much cheaper, even though they had some expensive ones. But what Wyndham hotels like no longer getting to have a room for $55 a night or $48 a night. Oh, now I have to pay for rooms that's like $85 a night. So them forcing me being forced to have to spend way more money on hotels, or like this is frightening that they want to force me to even be outside in bad weather. And it's not about me behaving bad. It's like, how the hell are you going to talk about me behaving badly and I'm going to do it to show an example of what they do? Like, how can you lecture me about bad behavior and do stuff like this? But I'm the one with the bad behavior. And you're telling me stop asking for prayers. Excuse me, they making my nose and stuff itch. And I know that the fake Darnell Williams purpose is going to screenshot that and be like, look, Candy's a Satanist. No, I was just showing an example of what the Satanists do to me. Because a lot of people don't know what the devil horns look like. And they'd be like, well, devil horns, what is that? I just showed y'all. Like with the devil horns against one eye and then their tongue sticking out. And then y'all lecture me about inappropriate and unacceptable behavior. It's unreal. How can you talk about me displaying any behavior? I've been days of sleep deprived and then being frustrated. And it's like when I was taking my shower earlier, I thought to myself, well, it's pointless for me to even try to get to go swimming this summer, because I know that whether be the online or in-person stalkers, what make sure that it wouldn't be very long for me to be wrongfully banned forever from all New Orleans Recreation Department facilities. All because of defending myself and exposing myself being gang stalked. For me to be wrongfully banned forever because online strangers from out of state having me wrongfully banned from my hometown where everywhere where I grew up at. And long before I knew, was speaking about myself being gang stalked, I told y'all about how the Treme Center, falsely accused me of being a pedophile, and they knew nothing about me, and that, as I said, that tactic didn't work. So then they started falsely accusing me of stealing toilet paper. And there was a point in time where everywhere I went, I had been falsely accused of stealing. even back in 2018 or 19, when I was homeless, um, they had different security guards and management back then, and it was the manager was the supervisor was from Pensacola, and his name was AJ. And him and other security guards, they kept repeatedly falsely accusing me of stealing out of the stores at the Riverwalk. And I'm like, why? I didn't even realize that them doing that was part of the gang stalking. And they nearly succeeded at wrongfully banning me from the Riverwalk. I don't remember if it was 2018 or 2019. So, and I was wondering why did they keep. I mean, even at the downtown Rouse's, security guards will harass me, and especially the ones that work in the morning. And when I go to the Rouse's in the evening, they don't bother me. But when I go to Rouse's in the morning, the security guards will bully and harass me and falsely accuse me of trying to steal. You know, but it's been a long time since the in-person perps or whatever try to falsely accuse me of stealing something. You know, but it's just these random false accusations out of nowhere. You know, and then afterwards, when they got caught in their lie at the Riverwalk several years ago, now they got different management at the Riverwalk. But like nowadays, you know, they will tell me, oh, you don't bother nobody, you a good person or whatever. And the online stalkers keep on being like threatening me, saying that we're going to have you banned from the Riverwalk and we're going to make sure you go to jail. But yeah, as I said, I'm not a satanic person and I have not sold out. But I just showed y'all an example of this. That's how you know people will be affiliated with, with the satanic hand signs and everything like that. And they would even be doing this shit in church. Like, how do you go to church and perp with the red and then drive with one headlight and throw up devil horns hand signs or 666 like this hand signs? They throw up those hand signs and tell you to repent of your sins and fast and pray. And yet they're covert devil worshippers. But as I said, I don't be throwing up those hand signs and stuff like that, But as I said, I was just showing y'all example because some people don't know what 666 hand sign is, or they don't know what the devil horns hand sign is, or certain other hand signs. Like I got my phone in my hand, so I can't do the hand sign with people putting their hands in the pyramid sign, and you see celebrities do that and they cover one eye and all that. So even when recently I saw a video with Black China's mom, Tokyo Tony, she was demonstrating examples of how they throw up satanic hand signs. And then they falsely accuse her of being part of it. But she spoke against her own daughter being demonic and all that, And shortly after she exposed her own daughter being demonic, then her daughter Black China pretended that she got all the lip injections and tattoos or whatever removed. Maybe I think she got tattoos removed and she got lip injections or whatever injections removed. and made it like as if she was turning to Jesus Christ, after she got exposed by her own mom for selling out. But then Tokyo Tony had people were trying to call her a narcissist and negative and bitter, and jealous and everything. They're making my nose itch. Excuse me. But as I said, I do not be going around throwing up, satanic hand signs. But I just showed y'all an example of what the perps do to me. So, but I mean, again, like this evening, I tried to not eat dinner, but I ended up getting hungry later on. And when I got hungry, I ended up getting like a couple of vending machine snacks. So as I said, for me to be wrongfully banned from everywhere because of the gang stalking slander, and they strategically wait 6 months, or to show places of business old videos that they knew about long time ago. And so if I end up dying of a heat stroke because I can't get any hotel or library to be at, or if I end up dying out in the rain or struck by lightning or dying in a hurricane, you gang stalkers got blood on y'all hands. I already told y'all about not being able to get permanent housing or low income housing, that being sabotaged, and can't get into shelters. I mean, how am I supposed to live? Excuse me. And now they've been perping me with so many Wyndham hotels and La Quinta Inn hotels or La Quinta hotels, so many YouTube ads or ads on, like, it's like they wanted to perp me by forcing me to see those ads, and like they want to give me a constant reminder, and like they won't let me forget. Excuse me. So this is fucked up, and I need to get everything straightened out, and that for them to reverse the undeserved bans from the extended stay hotels, the motels, and the Wyndham hotels. Because it's all I gotta do is expose that I'm being gang stalked, and then be wrongfully banned forever from the entire corporation. And I had saw on the this targeted individual questionnaire, or this kind of targeted individual handbook from the website that used to be citizensaht.org, but then they changed it to targetedhumans.org. In that questionnaire, excuse me, I mean, not the questionnaire, it was the like the handbook, of the TI handbook, that said the targeted individual handbook that they have, that said basically that this happened to another lady, that she exposed being gang stalked and got wrongfully banned from the entire corporation. Excuse me. But I don't even know like what I'm supposed to do and how I'm supposed to survive. And the stalkers keep on talking about my demise for 2024. And they wanted me dead last year. And so they falsely spin the narrative to make it look like as if I'm a bad person who's not likable, and that I deserve all this abuse and I mean that I deserve all this abuse and persecution. So for me to get wrongfully banned from here just for saying that as when I came back from getting snacks, they had two perps, both of them were purple with red shirts. And the online stalkers called up the place and showed them my videos, and boom, I'm wrongfully banned from another whole freaking corporation. And this is what they've been doing to me. This is evil. This is evil. It's wrong. That everywhere I'm wrongfully banned from everywhere by narcissistic abusers and gang stalkers, and everywhere I go is trespassing. That I'm wrongfully trespassed from every fucking where. No, me behaving so-called badly is not the issue. It's me defending myself and standing up to them gang stalking and trying to fuck over me. People in general. Excuse me. And like the homeless sleep spot that I have, they're trying to run me off from, do whatever they can to run me off from that area. And they have homeless men surveilling me every night when I'm on the streets. And society sees no problem with this. As I said, it is so traumatizing and scary. Extremely traumatizing and scary. Like, what am I supposed to do? And I have no family to give any fuck. None of my family members have a natural kind of love for me. And they think that they could just gossip and discuss about how they hate me, or how they don't like me, or how they can't stand me, like as if I'm a non-family member. No love at all. Like, none of my family is concerned. All they're fake concerned about is my so-called mental health that they helped create. Via their own abuse towards me. So it looks like I'm going to end up being back on the streets by Sunday because of running out of funds. Excuse me, my whole Social Security check gone. And then to end up struggling all month. So it's like I can't even stay at the same hotel for 1 or 2 nights, because any longer than that, they illegally find out where I'm at and publicize it, and then contact the hotel, show them my videos, and also tell a bunch of slander and lies about me. And succeed at getting me wrongfully banned. Succeed at getting me wrongfully fired from jobs. And while they kick back and laugh when they see me suffer. I mean, as I said, I had a rough week this week, a very rough week. I mean, I don't remember how it was Sunday, but Monday, what happened Monday ruined my whole week, and then I just had to go to deal with the court date. Excuse me. And I can't trust to live with anybody because the possibility of them being a gang stalker or a so-called handler and trying to set me up for institutionalization, jail slash prison, or even outright murder. If they don't murder me themselves, they will set me up to get murdered by who knows who else. So I can't, as I said, I can't even enjoy myself to go to the free pools to swim over the summer because I already know the outcome that would gang stalk me away from the pools or have me wrongfully trespassed and banned from every New Orleans Recreation Department facility. So what's the point of even trying to go? And ruining my hair even more. Excuse me. I mean, I miss having my long hair and being womanly and feminine, you know. And my hair is ruined and I have to start back all over again. But I heard that there are women in the TI community, the gang stalking network, use directed energy weapons to ruin their hair or to fry their hair or burn their hair off. And then if short hair is supposed to be on a woman is supposed to be rebellion against God, but then again, you know, you hear about they got a lot of so-called witchcraft and voodoo spells or wigs being cursed, like fake hair or wigs being cursed hair and everything, so you can't really wear a wig or nothing. So it's like people are deliberately making it hard and impossible for me to live and survive. Excuse me. Something is making my throat itch. And for me to cough because my throat is itching, I get falsely accused of being a perp, and then they cut off all contact with me and won't even allow me to explain myself. And then they falsely talk about, oh, it's a perp cough, that I have a perp cough. And it might be that, you know, the perps might be hitting me in my throat with the weapons, making me cough. And then when I lose a supporter in the TI community as a so-called friend or acquaintance, then the perps kick back and laugh, and, you know, for me to be further isolated. Excuse me. So, how is it the stalkers, criminals, and traffickers and cult members, you know, condemning me about me having such bad so-called behavior, But y'all are participating in trafficking, felony crimes, and gang stalking, and sex trafficking, and harassing and bullying people, and making death threats and death references. Y'all intentionally and on purpose trying to drive me to the mental institution. And I hate everything about jail. And jail is freaking dirty. Too dirty. It's traumatizing and too dirty for an OCD sufferer. I didn't even want the police touching my belongings. I didn't want them touching me. Excuse me. And I felt like re-traumatized all over again. And I'm tired of people exercising fake power, rulership, and authority over me, and having me wrongfully kicked out of and banned from everywhere. And that fake, crusty, narcissistic streetcar operator perp threatened to have me wrongfully banned from all RTA. Monday. But then y'all won't let me have a car. How am I supposed to get any transportation? In 2021, the online stalkers were talking about, having me to be wrongfully banned from the entire Uber platform. And they were contacting Pensacola local Uber groups on Facebook and slandering me to them. Slandering me to them. And hoping that they can get me wrongfully banned from the entire Uber platform. Alex Dupree deliberately and on purpose tried to get me wrongfully banned, and even told me to my face that he was going to make sure that I'm banned from riding the buses in Pensacola. He would tell the Pensacola bus drivers what to do to me, and they will listen and obey. Excuse me. And that man, Mr. Jeffrey, that was one of the bus drivers in Pensacola, Alex was trying to get him to perp. And Mr. Jeffrey perped me a couple of times. And then afterwards, he realized that it wasn't right what Alex was trying to get him to do. And then he went back to his normal self again. And there was a black female bus driver. I don't remember her name. But the same thing happened with her too. But they got people who are slandering me behind my back and slandering me to businesses and stuff. And certain people, I don't even know who's doing this or what they're telling people about me. But it's all satanic gang stalking cult people. Luciferian sex traffickers. And it's like I'm wrongfully, undeservingly being deprived of my rights, and my rights being stolen from people who do not have the authority to take them from me. They don't even want me with the right to exist. See, the fake Darnell Williams purpose harassing me again, and he illegally found one of my other TikToks. He illegally found another one of my TikToks. Now, I had that TikTok for months, and he just found that one. As I said, they're illegally tracking like everything I do on my phone. And this is creepy and scary. And nobody's calling them sick, crazy people. No, y'all falsely calling me the sick, crazy one. Well, let me get off of here and hurry up and block him. Let me get off here so I can hurry up and block him. But I probably could do that on my other phone. But I'll just do it on this phone. So I'm gonna see y'all. But I'm gonna say it in advance. I need any and all the help that I can get, because my funds, like after tomorrow, are paying for the 3 nights for a hotel. And then I have to wait all the way until Sunday. It's like tomorrow and stuff, I will hardly have much of anything to eat. I just had a couple of little snacks out the snack machine for so-called dinner again tonight. Well, a few hours ago. A couple of hours ago. Excuse me. So y'all gonna be hard on me and judge me off of one meal. Well, I'm a go.